Hey friends, I'm back with Jack and my son Isaac.
Hello.
And today we are going to do an activity that involves art and science. I hope you got a chance to watch the OK Go video, Upside Down and Inside Out. Wasn't that cool? I thought it was so awesome. And today we are going to mix art and science by doing something called fluid dynamics. And if you saw the other OK Go video where they took a tall glass of clear water, and they put in that kind of tall beaker, and you can do that at home. If you have a clear glass or a clear plastic cup, fill it with water and try some other liquids to create kind of art in a glass. And you'll probably notice that the different weights of different liquids will have a different effect as you do your experiments. So keep on experimenting. So today we're going to do two science activities. One is going to be called bubble printing, and the other one is going to be a dip dye using just magic markers and some water. Okay, so we will see you soon. Fluid dynamics.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, friends, for our bubble printing activity, you are going to need the following items. A baking sheet or a tray, because this project, water is going to probably spread a little bit and you don't want to get water on your table surface. Some paper towels, and what I like to do is cover my baking sheet with some paper towels. That way when the water leaks, you can just take this and throw it away when you're done. You're going to need some water, and I have a measuring glass here full of water, but if you don't have a measuring glass, that's fine. You're going to need some cups or bowls, or even plastic cups are fine. So depending on how many colors you want to do for your bubble printing, I'm going to do 6 colors, so I have 6 different cups. And you're going to need a straw to make your bubbles. And then also some food coloring, okay? Probably your family, if you look where your family keeps spices, you might find some food coloring. And they come in these little tubes that you just kind of drip the colors in. If you've ever colored eggs around Easter time, you might be familiar with that. Or if you've at the holidays when you've made cookies, you use food coloring to change the color of the frosting. So you're going to need to also, with your paper towels, just take some slices off. I take about 6 slices to start with. And then when we finish our bubble print, you're going to want to put your paper towels on something to dry. So I have here a brown paper bag. You can leave them to dry on, or you can have them dry on newspaper. The only problem with newspapers, if it's the paper towel's a little wet, the ink might spread a little bit into the paper towel, but that might really look cool when you're done. So we're actually going to be printing on the paper towels, not on paper, because when I tried to print just on like computer paper, I didn't really like the results as much. I think you'll like the results better by printing on a paper towel. You are also going to need some dish soap, liquid dish soap. Now, if you don't want to do the bubble printing activity right now, because you don't have these materials on hand, if you just have some markers and a glass of water, you can do the second printing activity, so you can speed up the video and watch that activity, because we're going to be doing that activity second. But right now we're going to do the bubble printing activity. So I have Isaac here with me, my son Isaac. Say hi.
Hello.
And we are going to be doing the bubble printing activity together because it's really fun and Isaac just loves to blow bubbles. So, first step we are going to do is we're going to take our...
Can we have pink bubbles?
Sure, we can make pink bubbles. We'll try. Our liquid soap, and we're going to pour about a teaspoon in each of our cups. Now, if you have a teaspoon on hand, if you'd like to measure that, that would be fine. I'm just kind of doing a good squirt in each of the cups. Okay. Then we're going to take our water, and we're not going to pour all the way to the top. I'd say about 3/4 full, because if it goes too high, it might get really, really messy. Ooh, it smells good, doesn't it, Isaac?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Isaac, I'm out of water here. Can you go refill the water for me and come back? That'd be great.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going to add food coloring to each of our cups. Now, let's do a little art lesson here on the color wheel. All you need really to make your colors, unless, of course, if you want to do black, I don't have black, but if you want to make all the other colors on the color wheel, all you need are, that's right, the primary colors. So red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start with my blue, and I'm going to do a good, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 drops. We'll see. All right, thank you, Isaac. We're going to pour that. Now, Isaac is going to take a paintbrush, and or if you have anything to stir with, a spoon would be fine, and he's going to mix my first color. All right. I don't have green, but I want to make green. What two primary colors would I use to make my green, Isaac?
It's yellow.
And?
Blue.
You got it, yellow and blue. Now, since yellow is a much lighter color, I'm going to add much more yellow. Ooh, that almost looks like orange. And I'm just going to add like 1 dot of blue and mix that in and see. Ooh,
That's a cool green.
that's more like a yellow green. So I'm going to do 1 more dot of blue and mix that in. Ooh, that's perfect. Okay, Isaac, can you take the red and put some red? You said you wanted to make pink, so maybe just try like 1 dot of red, because that way it'll be a little bit lighter. I'm going to make orange. Let's review. What two colors make orange? Red and yellow. You got it. So Isaac, put 1 drop of red in there. Okay, and I'm going to put more yellow to make orange, and we're going to stir those colors.
Can I have the yellow?
Sure.
So we can make pink.
Well, just pink would just be red very, very light. See? Why don't you stir that one for Mom, please? Thank you. And I'm going to make now, let's see. Let's make a violet. We haven't done that. What two primary colors are we going to use for violet, Isaac? Here.
It's red and blue.
Red and blue. That's right. Okay, here comes the fun part. We're going to take our straw, not yet, and we are going to blow in each of our glasses. Now, we're going to blow outward. We're not going to suck through our straw inward, right, Isaac? Because what would happen?
We inhale the liquid with food coloring.
And soap. We don't want to drink soapy water, so we want to blow outward. So let's try that now. Cool. Okay. Then you're going to take a slice of your paper towel and we're going to print on it. So you can hold it up and push down. Ooh, so right now I have this beautiful green circle.
Right now.
Isaac has blue. We need to do it a few times.
Oh, you're taking some.
I know, I'm stealing some of yours because I want some blue.
I'm not gonna take it.
So you're just gently pressing. Ooh, look at that one. And you want to make sure you get enough bubbles there so when you press down that you get a good print. Ooh, that pink's pretty cool. Oh, a little bit of mine dripped there, but that's okay. Now here's a tip that we noticed as we started experimenting. You want to put a good amount of food coloring into each of your cups. Because what Isaac and I noticed that some of the lighter colors weren't printing quite as well. So I'm adding a little more drops of red and yellow to my orange. We added a little bit more to our blue and the colors we're getting now are a little bit darker.
Yeah.
So when your paper towel starts getting a little soggy and it looks like it might rip, you might want to take this and put this aside to dry. So remember the paper bags we talked about? So if you have your paper bag or newspaper on your table, you should lay them there. That way you don't get your work surface dirty. And then you can go on to your second print. Now here's a tip. If you notice like your paper towel is kind of dripping or falling into other cups, you want to make sure you're holding it with two hands. And then when you press it down, you just kind of want to lay it, stretch it and lay it really nice and flat. Because if not, if it's flimsy, the corners of your paper towel are going to fall into your water. So there you go, Isaac, and then gently press. Very good. All right, we are going to show you what we made, but first I want to show you that when you lift the cups from your tray that you were working on, the paper towel underneath is going to leave a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. So when you do lift that up, you want to gently, because it's very wet, if you want to save it. You don't have to. If it's too wet, if it's too much, you can just throw it out. But it's really beautiful. You might want to just pat it with the paper towel and let that dry, and then you'll have that for a work of art. All right. Nope, that's fine now. We'll put that aside there. And let's show Isaac what we made. So, Isaac... Okay, these are some of Isaac's, and this is my favorite one that Isaac did because he put red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah.
And what are those?
Primary
The
colors.
primary colors. Kind of reminds me of a traffic light a little bit. I don't know why. And then we did, here's our other ones. Pretty amazing, so awesome. So we're gonna let those dry, and then next week, I'm going to show you how we can use these papers to do an art activity. All right? Okay, part 2 is using markers. Okay, so this one you don't need as many materials as the bubble printing. So you need some markers and you need a cup of water. All right, so We have this plastic cup here. Pour some water in there. And this is called the dip dye method. So what Isaac and I are gonna do is we're each gonna take a paper towel and we're going to draw a design on it, okay? And you remember, because it's markers, when you draw and you sketch, you wanna sketch pretty gently because you don't wanna rip the paper towel when you're coloring. So again, if you want to blend colors, because we are going to be adding water. Oh, and here's another thing. The markers you use have to be, Crayola is good because they're water soluble. So any permanent markers will not work for this project. Because when we add water to them, they're going to blend. So I'm going to overlap green and blue because, again, I want to make a turquoise. Maybe I want to do a red violet. So we are now going to make different designs. You can draw swirls. You can draw abstract shapes.
Happy birthday. Blue sky.
We are back with our marker drawings. I decided to do a bright, colorful, abstract design. It looks like Isaac did the same. His kind of looks like, to me it feels like wind blowing, don't you think?
Yeah.
So the next step we're going to do is we're going to fold our paper towel in half and in half again and in half again and one more time till you make a square. All right, and then we're going to take one corner and we're going to dip it, just the corner, into the water. Yeah, and I'm kind of squeezing out the excess as I go along so it's not too messy. Go ahead, Isaac. So each corner, squeeze that water out. Okay, but don't squeeze it too hard because you don't want to rip the paper towel. Okay. Okay, and then you are going to open it up gently, very gently, to see really gently the magic happen.
Dun 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 dun.
Awesome. Let's see mine. Ooh, 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 look at that. That is amazing. And again, I didn't use too much water, as you see, because some of these areas I left dry and I kind of like that. So you might choose to only do like one section by dipping. You don't have to dip your entire paper towel. So I'm going to put this to dry, or if you want to dry it a little bit quicker, you can use a hair dryer to dry it. And we, again, are going to use our dip dye projects and our bubble prints to do another activity that I will post next week. So from Isaac and I,
We say goodbye.
goodbye.